The very first question I would like to ask is, I hope you know that the building approval process is not a way to collect your money. It's in fact more beneficial to you, the client. You don't want to build a house and it collapses, and the architect and the engineers are telling you, oh sorry, that would be the worst day of anyone's life. Now the approval process is to checkmate whatever design they've designed. Is an additional step to filter out whatever design they've designed, whatever engineering structure they plan to put on that site, to tell you this thing would collapse. Go back and correct it. To tell you will come to site to demolish if you proceed with something that is risking the life of people that will stay in it, or something that would make you as the owner lose your savings, lose a very large amount, because construction is not something that is cheap anywhere in the world. So now the thing is, the first thing, mindset. I want you to know the approval process is beneficial to you. You have to find a way to checkmate your designers, your architect, because you as a client don't know these things. You are not an engineer. So you need to find somebody. Now the state body has people in individual department that does that for you. So in our firm OME Construction, we get everything sorted out. We have a team, experts everywhere with a large amount of experience in this. So pulling all the information directly from the source, OME.construction. This is a website where you can visit before you buy a house. It is very important you confirm the house went through the right construction process, and if you don't know how to do that, consult us and let's help you go through all this process so you can be sure you are buying a very good property, and at the end of the day you are not wasting money. So let's go straight into it. Number one, in the process of getting building approval in Lagos, it is you get your land surveyor. You contact your land surveyor. We have OME land surveyor, a consultant, that's our survey department. And once you are done with that, you make sure you obtain a registered land survey plan. This is what a land survey plan looks like, and moreover, this is a registered land survey plan with the seal, with the stamps, with the signature and all. And you get what is called a certificate of deposit. That is the third step. You gather the evidence of Lagos State Survey Plan lodgement. You confirm that the survey plan has been lodged. In this process, you are sure you've paid all your mandatory fee, you've paid all your site and office work, so you deserve to have this if you've made all those payments and you've not cut corners in any way, which is what we don't do in our own firm. And in the next step, which is step 4, you collaborate with an architect. We have our own architect employed in-house to get your job done. Why we say collaborate is you are the chief designer, the owner of the property is the chief designer. You are the one that knows, I want my warehouse to be in this position, I want my office to be in this position. And when we are talking about residential, you will say, I want my sitting room to be here, I want my bedroom to be of this size, this and this. So we listen to you before we go ahead. And if it's industrial, we want the operating conveyor belts to be positioned in this location, we want the transformers to be here. Different owners, different requirements. So those are the things that we let the owner do. That is why we call it a collaborative effort. That's the step in which we collaborate, and you make sure in step 5, you make sure the architectural drawing is well vetted. There is no way you have a drawing, at least there might be a single comment from the official. They are doing their job. Then we go back, we correct that, and so far we have everything in one place. We work together as a team. It makes the job more streamlined, and the efforts are very, very. This is what an architectural drawing looks like. And most cases, the owners of the properties don't know what their buildings look like. because it is a very technical drawing. So what we do is we deliver 3D designs optionally. If you need that, we deliver that to you so that you can use to envision what your projects will look like and the outcome of the project. Then we have the step 6. This same drawing is submitted for an assessment to know the cost of whatever you have to pay your fees. So in this case, I will show you an example. This is the example. We were the contractor on this job, and we got the assessment for this job. The assessment is primarily calculated through the volume of the building by a factor. The factor is dependent on the zone and the purpose of the building, either it's residential, industrial, recreational, different zones, different factors. And then you make sure that the assessment has been signed and stamped, because if it's not signed and stamped, anybody can just go and write anything anywhere, and it will not be accepted. It makes it an official invoice that you can submit to the bank to pay for your building approval. Now you can see this one that we were the contractor on. It cost 1.3 million. That is when the assessment is plus an additional 196,000. It is because it's a very large building. And step 8, you review the necessary documents. If you are building a bungalow, your requirements would just be the survey plan and the architectural drawing, except if you are building on a swampy ground. So you can't compare somebody building a bungalow with somebody building an entire industry. So there are additional documents. If you are building a duplex, you will need an additional document, which is just the structural drawing. So you have to know what you need, and we have another page on our website that you can go and study your needs. So we go all the way to step 9. You process all the additional documents. You make sure they are ready. We do everything in-house because we have experts on each individual department. It is not a one-man's job. It's better you give it to a firm like us that has all the experts on ground, so that everything is streamlined. We can communicate with each other. We know it is not when this person is done, then we discover something is wrong, the architect discovers something is wrong, goes back again. When the architect is wrong, the structural engineer discovers another problem. So it's better you have everything under one roof and with one particular team working on your job. And the last phase, which is the best phase and the most expensive phase, is to pay all the assessment asks you to pay. You pay all the fees that the assessment that has been given to you, and you can see this person that was given 1.3 went ahead to pay his 1.3, and from here we will just say congratulations. If you followed all the steps, you would surely get your building approval number.